just get some ones in the chat for Courtney. I have known Courtney now for, I think, since November time, if I'm correct. And I've watched her go from basically zero, starting up with her own online business. And to be fair, she saw me just in my beginning stage as well. So everything that we're going to go over today, please take it with a pinch of, we both had no experience in anything that we're going to go over now. We just essentially had a burning desire for more. And we've literally just trialed and tested different systems and helped keep each other accountable as we've gone along to see what works best. How can we actually scale business using social media? How can we actually, get a massive outreach? And how can we use it to the best of our advantage? So that's what we're going to be going over today. We're going to split it into 3 parts. So we're first going to be doing, how to actually the power of social media. Then Courtney's going to take over and give you all an actual social media game plan, like skill sets to apply, how to use different kind of strategies on different apps. And then I'm going to close and I'm going to tell you all basically how can you apply everything that Courtney's gone over into an actual business model. Okay, I'm going to go over a few different business models. How can you actually apply it to monetize it? Because it's great having a skill set, but if you can't apply it, then essentially it's no use. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly introduce myself. Hello, everybody. My name is Anastasia. I've just turned 21. And this is a picture of me that I included. We actually included matching pictures from when I did work a 9-to-5 corporate job. I was just like Courtney, she's going to touch on her story now before I get into everything else. But just like maybe many of you on here, if the chat box is still open, just drop me a C in the chat right now if you're in a corporate kind of job or you work in 9-to-5 hours or retail or whatever it is, just so I can kind of see what the audience is. So, okay, got a couple of C's. So yeah, like I said, please take this as we are completely normal girls, human beings who started this from zero. Every single person starts something from zero. Please have that in mind. So this is me at my job. I worked in an import-export company for about 2.5 years. So since I was 17, I went straight into work, first in a warehouse and then in the office. And the reason why I actually started to try and make an income online was simply the fact that I was understimulated. I know some people have crazy reasons why they get into the space. Mine was actually very simple, and I'm actually here by accident. I wasn't even really searching for anything. I'm literally here by accident because I was bored at my job and I felt like I wasn't kind of fulfilling my potential. So yeah, fast forward now, I've now been in the space for just over 1 year and now I make all of my money online. So I did do this whilst I was working, and that's why I wanted to gauge who is still working, because this is completely applicable for you to apply whilst you're still working full-time hours, whether you're working 8-hour shifts, 10 hours, 12 hours, it doesn't matter. I've done so. I have people that have applied everything that I've showed you now that generate an extra income on the side, and they only jump when they're making the same amount online. So it took me about 4 months to make the same income that I was making at my job online using everything that we're going to show you now. And now I have the time freedom, the location freedom, and the financial freedom as well. So I'm basically traveling while I'm earning my money and helping other people do the same thing. So I'll pass over to Courtney. She can tell you a bit about her story. Hers is a bit more dramatic than mine, but I'll let her take it away.
Thank you, Anastasia. So yeah, hi everyone. I'm Courtney. I'm 27 years old, and my story is that I am a typical example of someone who followed the system to a T. I went to university, I studied really hard, I got a first-class law degree because I always like to throw that one in there. Left university, went straight into a 9-to-5 corporate job. I was there for 5 years. I had a house, a mortgage. I was living a completely traditional life. But I was very unfulfilled, and I always knew that I wanted more from life. I felt like I was trading all of my time for money, so I didn't have any time at all. And after the intense studying and going straight into an intense working environment, I was actually already feeling really burnt out at only 25 years old. And the picture on the screen of me right there is a picture that I was taking to see how tired I looked on the train home after working an 18-hour day. I literally just wanted to take a look at myself, and I was horrified. So it got to the point where I had eventually had enough. I started looking at ways to make different sources of income online, and I decided last October to take a massive risk, hacked up my entire life, and left behind my well-paying corporate job. Fast forward to now, Hopefully I look a little bit better, a little less tired, and I've really embraced the life of freedom. I've traveled so much, it's ridiculous. And I don't say that to brag. I say it to show you what is possible, no matter what situation you're in, how comfortable you are or how uncomfortable you are, you can change it. And social media for me was never on the agenda until I understood that it's an incredibly powerful tool. And Anastasia is going to explain why you should be making the most of it.
Okay, amazing. Let's just drop some C's in the chat for Courtney. Like I said, her story is a bit more dramatic than mine. She literally had everything that the traditional person would want in life, probably what if you're young, what your parents want you to have in life, you know, an amazing job, a house, a mortgage, a car, literally everything. And she just decided that she wanted to take a risk. So for me, that's massive. I didn't have half of that stuff to kind of put on the line, but she did. And that just shows truly how powerful the device is that you're watching this on right now, okay? You have two options. You can either use it wisely, like you are doing right now for the fact that you're on this webinar, or you can use it and you can just go into what I call a scroll hole, endlessly scrolling, not gaining any value, more so actually kind of losing whatever value that you have right now, okay? So why actually turn your phone into an ATM, okay? So this is called what we call the 3S, which is what I touched upon when I started. It's what we say is the time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. So I'm going to actually break them down, and maybe you can see which one you're lacking, which one you want more of, and just kind of see where having an online income would benefit you the most, okay? So first of all, we have the financial freedom, okay? Having an uncapped income. Just drop me some ones if you would value having an uncapped income potential. Basically meaning that where your job is, we say it's called a linear income. So let's say if I didn't turn up to my job at work, if I was sick, if someone passed away or whatever, if I didn't turn up, sign in, sign out, and actually exchange the hours at my job, I wouldn't get paid for it, okay? Everyone knows what that means, that makes sense. Whereas having an online income, having something where it's passive, you can forever build on it unlike a traditional job, and you basically dictate, I want to make this much, this is my game plan for making it, let me install the steps that I've been given to actually turn this around. Okay, so that's the financial side of things. Time freedom is the next aspect. I personally think that this is probably the most valuable one. For those of you who maybe have families, for those of you right now that are maybe tied up in very long hours, this is probably the most valuable one. Time is your most valuable asset. We don't get it back. You can lose money, you can get it back. You lose time, you can't get it back, okay? So yes, having the ability to manage your own schedule, but also, you know, being the one that actually pulls the shots. If you want to have a slow morning, you can have a slow morning. I had a slow morning the other day, and I actually just reflected on it, and I thought, if I was in my old reality and I didn't have that sacrifice for 6 months when I was trying to juggle this and make it grow whilst I was working, I wouldn't even be able to have a slow morning now. I'd just be rushing, okay? And lastly, location freedom. Like Courtney touched upon, I think she's on par with me this year with the amount of trips that she's been on. She might be winning. So those are the three main kind of freedoms that people chase. But I think it's very important to actually have the clarity and choose which one is it that I want to have, which kind of freedom am I after, okay? So with that being said, there are lots of misconceptions about being good at social media. This is actually probably going to shock a lot of you. When I actually decided to start my online business, a lot of you on this call may either already be in my personal paid group, maybe in my trading group, let's say, my entrepreneurship group, and you see me post on social media all the time. When I started this business, okay, I literally sent a message and I said, I do not want to post anything on social media because it just petrified me, because I thought that I had to be really good at it. I thought that people, you know, were going to just look at it and judge me. And I honestly got in my head so much, but it wasn't until I actually had a conversation with a girl that was doing really well at social media. And she said to me, people's opinions don't pay your bills. And I don't know what it was, but it lit off something inside of me. And I was like, what have I actually got to use? I've started a business up because I want to leave my job. If social media is the best way to scale my business, why am I not doing it? Okay. So one exercise that I actually wanted everybody to do is, if you've got a pen and paper, which I hope you do, I just want you to jot down, let's say, 3 or 4 things that you think that you need to be able to make money from social media. So most people think, you know, you need a lot of followers. So I'm just going to give you a minute to write that down. I'm trying to think of some other ones. I have got it on another slide. But what are some misconceptions that you think that could potentially hold you back from actually giving social media a shot? Let's say you have no experience experience. Okay, so that could be one. Not much experience. So I'll give you 10 seconds to write those down. And I'm just going to check the chat box. Part of the plot. Okay, and now you've written those down. I want this to be an interactive call. I want you all to put a big X through whatever you've written down. If it was one thing, if it was 3 things, if it was 5 things, I want you to put a big cross through it. Okay, perfect. Social media is actually really, really, really easy. And in this call, now I've explained the power of it, we're going to actually break everything down for you. So with what we're going to be going over and the steps that we're going to give you to put in place, whether you're already in our personal business model, whether you want to get into it, whether you already have your own business, this call is for everyone, okay? So you do not need a lot of followers, something that I thought. I managed to get myself to $5,000 a month with 2,000 followers, and I actually started with 1,000. That is not a lot, okay? You do not need any social media experience. My social media was dreadful. When Courtney comes on, she will tell you how dreadful it was. I don't know how I did so well with it that bad for so long. Like, honestly, just the moment I decided to actually use it, my business scaled so much more. You do not need to be an influencer. You don't need to have the hair extensions, the lip filler, whatever it is. You don't need to be a girl. You can be any person using social media as your platform, okay? You don't need any prior business experience, and you don't need a lot of money to start. Okay, so why is social media so powerful? So rather than paying for traditional marketing methods, which I'm going to touch upon in a second in actual figures, you can utilize your social media for free. So you're not paying anything like normal companies do to start, to grow, and to push your business. Okay, so let's say right now, some of you on this call, you've not even started a business up. You don't know what business you want to start. You don't know how much money you want to put into one. You don't know where your passion is. That's fine. Maybe you already have a business, maybe it's very new and you want to grow it. Maybe your business is already well evolved, but you want to push it because maybe right now you're stagnant. Just want to include a little story before I finish my section. We're going to the middle part. There is actually somebody who is earning an amazing amount of money in the exact same industry that we're in. And he does give us trainings quite often, every single Monday. Now, when he joined the company that we're with now in this industry, he was earning $10,000 a month, okay? He wasn't using social media. Now, $10,000 a month is incredible, don't get me wrong, okay? He started using social media, implementing some of the things that we're going to be going over right now. He started implementing social media, and his income went from $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month. Okay, you let me know whether you want to 10x your income or not. Honestly, I would rather 10x my income, and if I could do it for free on social media using the blueprint that we're going to give you now, the mentorship that we provide, I would honestly snatch it with both hands. Okay, so yeah, it's got a global reach. You can reach millions of people internationally, and money can be flowing in at any time of the day. Okay, it's not like you're exchanging your time for money. You can literally have online presentations that are running, and you're gonna keep getting paid for it. Okay, so there are countless ways to make money online, which we will be going over. Courtney, if you can flip the slide over, I'll do my last one before you. So like I said, in terms of how much people actually spend on marketing, Coca-Cola spends $4 billion a year on marketing. And I'm here to tell you that you do not need to be anyone special. You can use social media for free to market yourself, your business, to start a business up. And honestly, the power is incredible. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Courtney now, our social media queen, and she's going to tell you some skill-based stuff. I'm just going to mute myself.
Amazing. So I'm going to go through this section because it is something that I am incredibly passionate about, and it's something that people don't understand the power of, and that is why is building your brand so important. And it's actually quite simple. You are your brand, and social media is your online store. It's like your walking, talking digital business card. And I want you to take a second to think about what are the brands that you like, and think about what makes you want to buy from them. You know, like, how do they make you feel? What entices you to buy their products? Is it their messaging? Is it the quality of their products? Is it the brand's values? Is it because they match your aesthetic? Do they make you feel good? The same applies to your brand. You need to think about, why would people relate to you and want to buy into you as opposed to somebody else? Because if I can tell you one thing, it's that people have to buy into you before they buy from you. So before actually choosing your brand, there's a couple of things that everybody needs to think about. And it's just in general, what is it that you stand for? What are you trying to achieve? What or who would you like to work with? And what type of customers do you want to attract? Okay. Because essentially you are what you attract. And that's why getting your brand nailed is so important. And this brings me on to choosing your niche. Now, there are so many different niches that you can explore out there to make money online. I've seen all sorts. And here are just a few examples from a very long list that you can choose from. There's health and fitness. If you're an OG of mine, you may already know I used to have a fitness brand on a different Instagram account, and I used to get paid through affiliate marketing, not only getting paid a commission through affiliate links, but I also got a monthly salary as well. There's beauty, there's makeup, there's lifestyle vlogs, travel, finance, investing, technology, food, parenting, education, and the most popular is wealth. So this niche attracts the most people. It sees a lot of success. And if you're like me and Anastasia in the same business, our niche, I would say, is a combination of investing, lifestyle, and travel, to be honest. But overarching, it's wealth. And we use our Instagrams to promote building wealth. And obviously, we've narrowed that down to building wealth in the online space. Now, this quote is everything. Use your phone as a smartphone, not a dumb phone. And I love this quote. So now that you've got your brand set up, it's time for you to actually start thinking about what content you want to put out. Because it's all good and well saying you're going to do something. A lot of us say we're going to do things, but now it's time for you to actually do it. And I know that everybody here wants more time because you're clearly on this call, being open-minded, exploring your options. And to get more time, you need more money. To get more money, you need to be spending your time on social media wisely. And what I mean by this is you need to start scrolling with intention. You should be finding people that are in a similar niche as you and using them for inspiration. So on my current Instagram, somebody asked me about this the other day, and I've included it in here because it's a very good point. On my current Instagram, I will only watch reels and look at content that is similar to my account. So motivational, educational videos, luxury lifestyle, aesthetic. I do not watch brain rot content on this account at all, because if I watch brain rot content, Instagram is only going to show me that content, or it makes it harder for me to find content that I want to use for inspiration. So whatever you're looking at, whatever you're engaging with, your algorithm is just going to keep pushing towards you. So make your life easier. Start watching the brain rot content, and start looking at content that you're going to use for inspiration. So something that we always say is that you need to find people with the results that you want and actually just duplicate what works. Like, you don't always need to reinvent the wheel. Yes, come up with original content. That's how you'll be different. But for the most part, you're going to find people that you're going to study. What are they posting? When are they posting? Which of their videos do well? Duplicate what works and make it your own. So like when I need inspiration, my research is literally scrolling through my explore page, finding videos that I want to remake, and I save them, put them in a folder, and I duplicate them. Okay? You've got to do it. It will save you a lot of time. I would also say that you need to actually start using more of the time that you're spending on social media to start producing content. So not just consuming content, because this is what is going to give you the potential to give you more time to travel, to give you more time spent at home with your family, whatever it is that you want. You need to become a creator, not a consumer, to help you get there. Just ask yourself, would you follow yourself as an outsider that doesn't know you? If you stumbled across your page, would you follow it? And be real with yourself. If you wouldn't follow it, who's going to follow it? Now, before we get into the detail, this is a reminder to get your pens and paper ready to take some notes, because I'm going to go through some heavy content here, get into student mode. Last time we did this training, I received a message from this girl who works as a cat sitter. Now, this is what I mean about different niches. This is so niche, cat sitter, and she took inspiration from this training. She applied everything that I'm about to go through and literally just took the plunge and started a cat sitting TikTok page, started posting about the cats she would look after. She started doing product reviews, day in the life, and she saw results very quickly. So this was a really lovely message to receive. It was something that she just took a plunge and did, and there's no reason why it can't be you as well. So let's get into the juicy stuff, what you're all here for, how to level up your Instagram. So first of all, we're just going to strip it back to some basics. you need to have a clear photo and an impact statement in your bio. So who are you? What do you do? Who are you trying to attract? Right? So mine says creating my dream life and helping others do the same. So I'm looking for people who want to change their situation. You can go a step further and be even more specific. Something like, I help women feel empowered to make money online. I help moms achieve XYZ. I help busy people reach their fitness goals. I help busy people reach their financial goals. Whatever it is, the more specific, the better, really. Have a link tree or a Beacons AI link in your bio to store all of your links, because these are really powerful and add to the professional element of your Instagram. And it also means that you can just have everything in one place: your website, details about your product, your sales funnel, affiliate links, other social medias, and just creates ease for people coming to your page. You don't want people coming to your page not knowing where to find anything and just leaving. The same applies to story highlights. So story highlights can act as the same kind of purpose. So I say maximum 5 for a clean look. And what I mean by that is if you have more than 5, people have to scroll through to be able to see your highlights. And most of the time people just aren't going to do that. So if you're selling a product, have one for the product. Have a details product highlight. Mine's called my What I Do highlight. You could have a Q&A highlight. You could have a lifestyle one, a results one. Just have 5, keep them clean. You can also use Canva or Pinterest to use your highlight covers as well. Remember that your Instagram is now your brand, so it has to reflect that. Just make it look as clean as possible. Now, to actually maximize your growth on Instagram, you should be posting 2 to 3 reels a day. Now, this feels like a lot, I know, but think of it this way. If every 10th reel of yours was going to go viral, if you're posting 2 to 3 a day, you're going to be getting multiple viral reels a week, as opposed to 10 weeks if you were only posting once a week. So I used to post once a week. Maybe once every 10 weeks I could go viral. And to be honest, I wasn't even going viral because I wasn't being consistent. So think of it like that. 1 feed post per day with a caption that provides value. 10 stories. Stories are slept on. But this is how people actually get to know you and buy into you. This is where you can share your behind the scenes, your day in the life, what you get up to, provide more free value on your stories if you want to. This is your chance to get personal with your followers. Some pro tips are 80% of your content should be lifestyle and 20% as business content. And the reason I say this is because you don't want to be shoving your business down everybody's throats. People do not like to be sold to. Even when we go to a car sales garage to buy a car, think about it. We are going somewhere to buy a car. I need to buy a car right now. I'm going to a car sales garage. I still don't like someone coming up to me trying to sell me a car, even though I'm there to buy a car. It doesn't even make sense, but it just does. Drip feed it. And that doesn't mean don't post about your business. So, for example, I post a lot of motivational videos that aren't actually about my product or my business, but they're about inspiring people to start a business, inspiring people to make money online, to travel, to have more time and freedom in their lives. People like the content. They then follow me. They then see later down the line, oh, I offer business services. And then they reach out and connect. So just think of it that way. Everything you're posting needs to be intentional, but it doesn't all need to be product and business specific, you know? Talk to your audience as well, okay? Raving fans is the goal because you want people to like, know, and trust you. As I said before, people need to buy into you as a person before they buy from you. So whatever it is, they have to buy into you first. So you need to make sure you're getting on that level with them and just being, you know, a bit more authentic. A huge misconception that Anastasia did cover earlier, and I just want to go into it, is about the followers. So you do not need a lot of followers to make money. If you treat Instagram like your CV and you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business, okay? Make Instagram a CV. Even if you're looking for working with brands, you're looking to do affiliate marketing. If you have a clear page, looks good, you post good content, you post valuable content, people are going to want to work with you, okay? You've got a good page, putting out value, you can easily make money without having a lot of followers. Something I do just want to say that I was going to go over later, but I feel like I'm going to mention it now, and it's based on the talking point, is that there are going to be people out there that will be thinking, oh my God, Who cares about the business that you're posting? Who cares that you trade? Who cares that you travel? We don't want to see it. But what, you think that because I care about the stories that you posted last night at a rave, you posted 25 stories at a rave last night. Do you think I care about that? The same stories that you post every single weekend? You think I care that it's your cousin's birthday or that you got a Starbucks today? No, I don't care either. No one cares. And that's the point. People don't care anyway. But posting about you and posting about your business is going to give you a much higher chance of success, attracting your desired audience, whatever it is that you're looking for, and actually making a positive change in your life. Much more chance of success than you posting videos yourself at a rave. So that's the truth. I'm going to go into Reels a bit more because I have found, and Anastasia has found recently, that these are the most aggressive way to grow your Instagram right now, especially because Instagram usually pushes content out to your followers. Like if you post a post or a story, typically it's going to go to your followers. But if you're posting Reels, you've got a much higher chance of them being pushed out to a wider audience. And the crazy thing is that Anastasia and I have both been doing this almost simultaneously. Like I think it was January this year, we started saying, okay, we're going to start posting Reels. We're going to start posting Reels. And we were posting like 1, maybe 2 a week max for the longest time. And our account reach was like this on the left. I think mine was actually less than this. So this was Anastasia's. Anastasia did get a couple of viral reels. So you can see that in July, Anastasia had an account reach of 34K. And then on the right-hand side, this is Anastasia's reach just a month after starting to post a lot more consistently. Mine is also at a similar point now. For the month just gone, mine was at 1.6 million account reach compared to 10K literally just like a month ago. The difference is crazy, and it's not just a coincidence. We've both been doing it. And I literally just sat down one day a couple of months ago and said, you know what? I'm going to start taking this seriously. I'm going to start growing this account. Guys, hard work plus consistency plus faith, it gives you results. It gives you results, I can tell you that. Now, there are 3 steps to making the perfect reel. Okay. Number 1, write this down. Find a sound. If you have a creator or business account, you can actually go onto a little section on your professional dashboard. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but if you click on your page, click professional dashboard, you can go down here to this section called trending audio and find trending audios here. There's also a section called inspiration that you can click on, and this is supposed to show you accounts or videos that are similar to yours. So this is a top tip. If you click on inspiration and the videos aren't like yours in the slightest, it shows you that you're consuming too much content that isn't relevant to your account, and Instagram thinks that you're one of those other accounts. So this will give you a good indication of, you know, if you're engaging with the right things, if you're posting the right kind of videos with the right captions that are going to the right people. Number 2, I would say post high quality videos. Keep your lifestyle videos short. I'm so sorry, but no one is going to watch a video of you walking from behind for 10 seconds unless you're walking on the goddamn moon. Lifestyle videos, 6 seconds maximum, okay? My sweet spot is like 4 seconds, and that's because I want the video to continue to loop while people are reading my caption. Save your longer videos for your product videos, your talking videos, but make sure that you are posting both, not just all product, not just all lifestyle, both. Next, your text and your call to action is really important. So you want people to read your captions and feel like, I'm getting a lot of free value from you, whether that's entertainment, tips, advice, motivation, educational value. Don't just post for the sake of it. It's honestly pointless. You have to be providing some kind of value in your captions or in your video. I did mention call to action as well. This is something you absolutely must be doing, whether it's on your video or in your captions. Something like DM me the word more for information, DM me freedom, travel, info, fitness, whatever you want your word to be. You have to be sending people from your video to your DMs, okay? Don't be sending them to your bio, because you're then just losing that human interaction. Somebody's just going to click on your bio. They're probably not going to message you. Send people from your video to your DMs so you can actually have a conversation with them. or at least know who it is that has an interest so you can follow up with them or start reaching out to them, engaging with them, keeping them up to date on what you've got going on. Okay. Make sure to also use search engine optimization, SEO. So this is where you're putting keywords on your video and in your captions. It also just helps Instagram to know what your video is about and ultimately who to push it to. For editing, I always get asked about editing my reels. I edit all of my videos in CapCut. And I also use the website Snap Insta to download videos without the watermark to my phone. So I even use this website to download other people's videos. I put them into CapCut and then edit my own video in the same way that they've edited theirs. So it's just a good way I can have it right there, see how they've edited it and do the same thing. And it's also a really good way to make sure that your video matches the sound. People like reels to be quite upbeat and aesthetic. If you've got a sound and your video almost changes clip when the beat drops each time, it just feels smooth. It looks good, it sounds good. CapCut is how you're going to do that. And then finally, I export all my videos from CapCut and upload them straight to Instagram. So like once you've pressed export, it will come up with a page saying it's saved to your camera roll. I then just click on the Instagram icon and put it straight into Reels and save it as a draft, because I feel like these apps want you to stay in the app when you're doing your editing, but with Instagram, it's just not great to edit on there. So I do it on CapCut. And I feel like when I export it that way, it's telling Instagram, okay, I'm using one of their partner apps. I don't know. It's what I've been testing lately, and it's been working a lot better than just uploading a video straight onto there. Now, as I said, make sure anything you're uploading onto Instagram is high quality, because Instagram does favor this kind of content. Now, the good news is you can use your phone. You don't need a camera. Another misconception, your phone is more than enough. And here on the screen is a life hack for filming your videos. If you want that deep, slightly dark aesthetic look, go onto your camera, click cinematic, swipe up and edit the exposure to -1.7. Click on the F and change the depth to 11. Now those settings are on the screen. Just take a quick screenshot of that, take a picture. If you have any questions about it, you can message me in my private group as well. But trust me, this will just make your videos look a lot better. It makes it look like that you're filming it on a camera. I'm now just going to go over TikTok. I can see some people have asked about TikTok in the chat as well, but I'm just going to go over this before I hand back to Anastasia. So TikTok is very different to Instagram. The outreach can be extremely powerful when it pushes your content out to strangers on your For You page, but your first 3 seconds of a video are crucial. People have not bought into you yet like they would on Instagram, so they're just not going to sit through your videos when they don't know you. You need to entice them in. You can't be starting a video with, hey guys, how are you doing today? Swipe. I don't know you. You need to grab me in, okay? Unlike Instagram, you don't need to be so perfect visually. On Instagram, people prefer the polished version of yourself, but TikTok is much more casual. For some reason, people prefer sit down, eating your ramen, wearing a hoodie kind of vibes. Obviously, you need to maintain your brand, of course. Don't be a completely different person on TikTok, but have a strategy. So, for example, mine is I attract people via TikTok and then redirect them. I funnel them through my Instagram. Instagram's my CV, okay? Think of it like that. You can bring people in to your Instagram. Again, you still need to have a clear photo, impact statement. Most importantly on TikTok, call to action on every single video. I always give a call to action anyway, because most of the time people want to reach out to you, but they don't actually know what to say. They overthink it. They're nervous. They think, what shall I send to this person? They say, hi, I saw your video. They don't know what to say. If you give them a prompt, they don't even need to think about what to message you. They send you the prompt and then you take it from there. Top tips, create a new TikTok account. If you have an old account, don't try and revive it. It's not coming back. I'm sorry. It's not coming back. Make a new TikTok. 3 posts a day for 30 days. Use hashtags. Always use captions on the video. I recommend, though, for TikTok, film and edit your TikToks directly in the app. If you are using outside apps, make sure you're at least doing some editing back on TikTok. For some reason, it doesn't get the same reach. TikTok really likes you to stay on the app and in particular to only use sounds that are on TikTok. Next tip is to always make sure you have a verbal and written hook on the video. I'll give you some examples shortly. But remember, as I said, your first 3 seconds are crucial. So don't skip the hook because it's the first thing that people are going to see and hear. You can also go live after you've got 800 followers. This is such a good way to grow your account. TikTok really pushes lives. Anastasia and I have had hundreds of people join our lives before, and we've left live streams with over 100 followers each. Talk about anything. It doesn't even need to be about your business. Get ready on live, eat your food on live. Just use it because it's worth it. Something to bear in mind is that TikTok is not the best place to be posting your edits. Save your edits, like your short lifestyle videos, for Instagram. TikTok is for your talking videos. And don't be afraid to post videos of you talking. I promise you it's not cringy. I promise you no one cares. You cannot let someone's opinion from down the road or from your old school stop you from potentially living the life of your dreams. As Anastasia said, people's opinions do not pay your bills. And life is also so much better when you stop caring about other people's opinions. So my advice is just post the videos. Be like the cat sitting girl that joined this last time and went, you know what? I'm going to start posting videos of me cat sitting, and got 1 million views in like a day. Have energy, have more passion, edit out silent parts of the video to keep it fast paced. And again, just copy what works. Don't forget to use other people for inspiration. And it goes back to your algorithm as well. If you're engaging with accounts like yours, TikTok knows who you are, knows what type of creator you are, and who to push your content out to. Shadow banned on TikTok, just post through it. If you've got low views, just keep posting through it. You can go through a whole period of having 200 views per video. But the way I think about it is, if I post 3 videos and they all got 200 views, that's still an extra 600 people that have seen my video that day than if I didn't post. And then you never know, the next video you post could get over 100K. Posting time doesn't matter. Just 3 times a day, allow enough space between them. Don't post them all at the same time. You'll just find what works for you. I don't believe that there's a perfect time to post. I'm going to give you some hooks that you can take a picture of. As promised, I'm going to end my section by giving you these. Feel free to take a screenshot of these so that you can refer back to them later, but don't underestimate hooks. As I said, people are endlessly scrolling on their phones, endlessly, zoned out like zombies, not paying attention to what they're even watching. They're simply existing. So if you can snap someone out of that and grab their attention, that's what you want, okay? So that is all from me. I really hope you got some value from this section. Now that you are all social media trained, Anastasia is going to take you through some of the ways that you can actually make money online. So thank you. And let's put some ones in the chat to welcome Anastasia back.
That was incredible, guys. Even though I use the exact same strategy as Courtney, you can never stop. I don't know if you were watching my face, but I'm just always engrossed when she goes through it, because it's so refreshing to actually see someone go through everything. And like, you just saw her followers now. I think she's on 17,000, just over. I swear to God, this has happened within the last 30 days. I was actually beating her. Okay, there was one point where I thought, you know what, I'm beating Courtney right now with my views and my followers. I honestly thought that I'd won it live, and she came back, and now followers have literally skyrocketed. Okay, she was literally on like 1,000, 2,000, and now she's on 17,000 because she has implemented everything that she's just shown you now, but also got 1% better every single day. So now I've got some seeds in the chat for Courtney. So we've had the power of social media, we've had how to actually use it like a pro, and now I'm going to go over how can you actually monetize from it, because it's fine posting stuff, but if you have no aim, if you're just kind of shooting with no target, then what's the point for all the effort? Okay, so there are so many ways that you can use social media to push a business, to start a business. We have dropshipping, something that I've tried to start. We have Amazon FBA, another thing that I tried to do maybe about 2 years ago. Network marketing, master resale rights. I know Courtney's attempted that. Coaching and mentorship. So right now, I do network marketing. I also do coaching and mentorship. Courtney is in the same niche. So once you've actually picked up all these gems, your next step is do your own research and find a company that you want to work with and start. Okay. So Courtney, if you can click. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about the specific niche that we're in. and how it got me into online business when I had no direction, because I wanted to start something, but I just didn't know what to start. I didn't know what my passion was. I didn't know what products I wanted to sell. I saw so much stuff online, but there wasn't an actual person on a Zoom like this saying, okay, this is a set game plan. This is what you can do. This is what you can implement. Okay. So I'm going to cover what network marketing is, what the business model actually means. So it's basically a person-to-person marketing and referral. So instead of, let's say, paying for adverts, like we said, it's literally word of mouth. Now, just drop me some ones in the chat if you've heard of Netflix, or you use Netflix, or you watch Netflix, or have done. Okay. I'm going to gather that I'm going to get about 49 ones in the chat. Yeah. Netflix works off person-to-person referral. We've all heard of it because someone else uses it. Okay. As we can all agree. So you all here can probably also agree. Drop me a 2 in the chat. Have you ever referred a product or a service? Okay. Have you ever referred a product or a service? So have you ever said to someone, this restaurant's really good? This nightclub's really good. This protein powder is really good. Okay. So why not get paid for something that you know works and have seen results from? Okay. So it's essentially the distribution of somebody else's product and service. And like I said, like Courtney went over, you can use your social media to promote it and to distribute it for free. So you don't need to come up with your own product. You don't need to worry about shipping costs, overhead costs, inventory, buying a product, running tests on it. So this is what all that I did when I went into other business models. Okay. You're simply going to find one that works and use your social media to push it for you. And people are going to want to buy into you if you have the things and the morals that they're searching for. Okay. And it's the only industry where you will win big if you make others win. Okay. So we have, single sports and we have team sports. Network marketing is a team sport in that if you actually help other people within the industry, you're also going to grow your business at a faster rate. Okay. So you don't just have to be a single person distributor. You can create a team of people that are on the same wavelength as you, are in the same mindset as you, that want to better themselves. And you can work as a team to literally 10x your momentum and your income. Okay. And it's the industry that has created the most millionaires in the world. So just drop me an M in the chat if one dream of yours is to make $1 million one day. Okay. To be that person in your family that breaks the generational curse, to be that person in your family that actually fulfills what it is that they say they're going to do. So for me, that was me. But like I said, I didn't know how to do it. I just had the burning desire for it, but I had no direction. Okay. So I would rather put myself in a vehicle that's going to take me there. It's like if you were to race Lewis Hamilton and he was in a Toyota Yaris and you were in a Ferrari, who's going to win the race? Okay. You or Lewis? Just drop me a me in the chat if you would win, and drop me a Lewis in the chat if he would win. Okay. You're in the Ferrari and he's in the Toyota Yaris. Okay. Exactly. You're going to win. Why? Because you're in the better vehicle. So like I said, there's so many different ways that you can make an income online. And I'm telling you that they all do work, but you want to find the optimum vehicle, the fastest one. Okay. The one that the results are there for already. So the industry is actually projected to reach over 650 billion by next year. Okay. You can see it's bigger than the NFL, bigger than the music industry, bigger than video gaming, movies, organic products. It's bigger than them all. Okay. Next, please. Okay, so do we have any ladies on this call? Just drop me a W in the chat if you are a lady. I wanted to include this statistic. When I got into this, I actually got into this through a male who was in an amazing income. I touched upon the guy that went from 10,000 to 100,000 in this very industry through pushing social media. But even though those are two very high earners overall in the umbrella of the industry of network marketing, the business model, 82% of women who earn over 100,000 a year in the US is through this industry. So it is actually a women-dominated industry, and for some reason, women are just very good at it. Okay, and the financial services and education industry is the industry that creates the most millionaires per year. So that's a specific niche of network marketing that we are in. So, but boys, men, that isn't anything to cast you aside. Like I said, I know someone that's earning 100,000 a month from this, I'm just saying that women are very good at it as well. Okay, so network marketing as an online business, let me just talk about what is it going to actually provide you with. Okay, maybe you've looked at other ones, maybe you still have never heard of it, just like I had never heard of it when I got started. So you're going to be able to work from anywhere. If you followed me for a while, you've just seen that I was in Marbella, took 15 of my fellow network marketers that are in my group that I'm basically mentoring, took them with me to Marbella for 2 weeks, and they were still able to earn an income whilst we were there. Low risk, quickly profitable. You can make money as soon as you want. Okay, you don't have to essentially wait a long time, a year, to actually gain back profit on your investment. Okay, because there's low startup costs. I was able to start this business for about £140 altogether once I added everything up, and I was able to get quick returns on that. You're going to be able to get paid weekly. So right now, just drop me a 1 in the chat if you get paid a month. Most jobs get paid monthly, like I did. Okay, so you can either get paid 12 times a year, or you can get paid, let me just do it right, 36 times a year. Okay, because you're going to get paid every single month. No experience is needed. Like I said, with social media, it's a level playing field. You can start from zero because everybody did it at some point. Residual income basically means you're getting paid passively for work that you've previously done. You're going to be able to expand your network. So your network is obviously people that you know, and I'm sure you can all agree that your network is your net worth. So you can actually only get into the industry through someone else that's in it, or you would never really hear about it. The same idea in that, you know, you can actually connect with people that are doing way better than you, that have the results that you want. Maybe you've seen Courtney's Instagram reach and you think, wow, I want to be like Courtney. You've now got Courtney in your network. You have her expertise, you have her mentorship, personal growth, and it's also going to allow you to impact others. Just like Courtney showed that lovely message of the cat sitter, as random as that niche is, she impacted that individual. Okay, next, please. Okay, so finding the right company and mentor. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear that, because for me, Courtney's thing, laptop isn't playing the volume. You can play it, Courtney, if you want, because I can't hear it. So this is actually a video when we were in Dubai, and we were all celebrating the guy at the front. He'd basically, you know, hit a new achievement in his network marketing business. He'd basically achieved a new rank, a new weekly payout, a new weekly passive income, where he was going to be earning close to a full-time income. Okay, so the company that we're partnering with is called eEconomy. They are US based, but you can work from anywhere. Like I said, this was in Dubai. I was in Marbella the other month. They've been running for just over 3 years, and they are impacting people worldwide. So just drop in the chat box where you're actually from. I can have a read through. But there are teams everywhere. You know, I have people in Cyprus, have people. I know there's one girl on here. She is from Cyprus in my actual team. I've got a huge team in Ireland, the UK. They are basically everywhere. Okay, London, Ireland. She just sent a love heart through. So as you can see, it's going to impact people everywhere because of social media, everything that Courtney went through on the skill-based side of things. Okay, now we have something that is called a compensation plan, which I'm going to go over. A very strong compensation plan. You can earn money from the company that we're with without even doing Nigeria, without even doing the network marketing part. Okay, so you can actually make money from the products, and you're in a community of like-minded people, which for me is the most important part, because you're the product of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So I'd rather be with people that are actually going somewhere than people that are comfortable with where they are if I want to grow. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so to actually launch yourself and your own business as a network marketer, you need to find a company that has products and services that you're going to be selling on their behalf for a proportion of their revenue. So that's why we went over the skill-based stuff first, because you need to know, obviously, how to sell something before you actually decide to launch a business in it. Okay, so first things first, you can write this down. There needs to be a demand for whatever product it is that you're selling. Okay, and you need to pick a mentor to teach you and guide you. A mentor is actually the shortcut to success. I don't know if any of you heard that quote. Whatever results that they've had, you're going to be able to achieve in probably half the amount of time, because you're not going to make the same human errors that they've made. They've already going to give you the heads up. Okay, and the products need to add value to the customer and end user. There's no point of you know, being in the network marketing industry or any other industry if you're selling something that has no value, because nobody's going to buy it. It's like me selling a cup with a hole in the bottom of it. Nobody's going to buy it. I'm going to sell a couple, I'm going to get some bad reviews, and nobody's going to buy it. So it's really important that there's a demand for the product that you're selling, and that it actually adds value to the customer, the end user, and you can see that people are really growing from this, okay? This just actually shows, to be fair, in the number of members that have increased since I started with the company. I honestly think it's gone from about 4,000 to over 20,000, okay, in the space of a year. So for me, that's enough kind of human proof that it works, okay? And Uber and Expedia are actually both examples of a middleman service, okay? So they disperse, obviously, taxis and airlines to get paid, okay? They're a middleman. Courtney, you may skip. Okay, so let me just actually show you all, because I want this to be really in depth. I'll actually show you some value so you can see what it is I'm talking about. So what does our company provide in terms of products and services? Okay, so like Courtney touched upon, we're in the financial services and education niche. So people that want to learn about investing, about trading, about crypto, and people that also want to make money from it at the exact same time. Okay, so right now you might be on this call, you might be in our trading group, our trading chat, you might be earning money from the products, but you want to, expand your cash flow out and actually make a passive income off the products that you're using. Okay, so you're already making money without being a middleman right now. Okay, so it's a double income. Just include some pictures here. So we have our trading education. It's like a university style education, lots of pre-recorded videos, as well as live streams with our professional educators. This is what you are the middleman for. You're finding people that want to get into this niche, people that want to have access to educators that know what they're talking about. You're just going to be the middleman that's going to say, okay, customer, here is what you're looking for. And because they purchase through you, you're going to get a proportion of the company's revenue. Okay, just drop me a 1 in the chat if you are with me. Our copy and paste app, which I just included a picture of here. So as you can see on the right hand side, the top picture, those are some of our educators. So people that get into the platform through myself, through Courtney, through Tamisha, she's in this chat as well. They basically are going to be able to launch, see how everything works. They're going to be able to subscribe to the educators, which is exactly what they've paid for. And they're going to be able to take the copy and paste trades whilst having us as a kind of a guide, okay? And as a result of them actually making money and using the products that are providing them with value, the company's going to pay us a proportion, okay? So both parties are benefiting, both parties are getting paid. That's why I say you need to find a product that actually works and it's going to provide value to the end user, or it's not going to be a long-lasting business no matter what industry that you're in, okay? We also, like I said, have the mentorship aspect of things, the community, like the trips that we go on, and we also have this scanner that I've included down here. Again, for people maybe that are already in the industry or want to be independently trading, if they join us, they also get access to the scanner, and that's all included in the package that they basically purchase. They're able to trade and apply their own strategy just to kind of make their money work for them, okay? Courtney, you may skip. I hope that provides some actual clarity on what it is that people get from this, okay? So I wanted to touch on the compensation plan. So you know the power of social media. You know how to use social media. I've gone over what network marketing is, different products that you can sell. For example, right now, let's say you sell a certain amount of products, basically. The company is going to pay you a proportion of the revenue. So how does it actually work? So on the left-hand side, you can see it says rank. And then the right-hand side, it says weekly payout and monthly payout. So we do get paid weekly. It breaks down very systematically how many people you need to have enrolled within your personal online business and how much the company is going to pay you a week. So you can see it goes from $100 a month to $500 a month to $900 a month to $1,500 a month, then to $3,000. I'd say this is probably the first, full-time income position. Then we have Prodigy 5K. This is currently the rank that I'm at. $5,000 a month completely passively. Icon 9, which is our first 6-figure position. I am very close to this. If you're in my group, you will know. That basically means that I've helped nearly 750 individuals purchase these products and services from me, make money with these products and services, and they're basically happy customers, okay? Icon 15, 25, 50. This basically just means $15,000 a month. $25,000 a month, $50,000 a month, and it does actually go all the way down to $1 million a month. So that's why I asked you all, who would like to be a millionaire? Who would like to make $1 million? I asked that because this vehicle actually provides you the ability to. There's a moth flying near me, and I'm petrified of moths. Courtney, you can flip to the next slide. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, how can I actually start? So there's going to be a few different people on here. Maybe you are already in the business, you're a customer, you want more cash flow. Amazing. Maybe you're brand new, you're on this call, learn about social media, you want to actually start an online business, you just didn't know where to start. That's also fine. So if you're already in the business, but you want to diversify your income, contact your enroller, whether it was myself or Courtney or Harry or Tamisha, whoever it was, and just let them know I'd like to start with network marketing, okay? And they'll help you, set up all the social medias and implement everything that Courtney's shown you over a 90-day span to actually get started in this. We will do the exact same thing if you're not in the business, if you're brand new. Just simply message you, I want to get started if you're completely new. And we'll also help launch you as a network marketer and as a customer first. The reason I say this is because I'm a big believer and vouch in you need to be a product of the product. So if you don't know how the things work that I've just shown now, the scanner, the app, then you're not going to be able to sell it, okay? If I ask you to sell me a certain cup, a certain drink, but you didn't know what it tasted like, how big it was, who's going to like drinking it, you're not going to be able to sell it, okay? So if you completely new, that's fine. Just message whoever got you in the call, say I'd like to get started, and they'll explain to you exactly how you're going to do so as a completely fresh person and add you into all of our group chats. So without further ado, I hope you all gained value. I know I did, and I have actually taken part in the presentation. Courtney's part was incredible. I just want to say that again. So thank you, Courtney, for co-hosting this with myself. And I hope to see lots of you in our private group chat, and maybe some of you customers in our network marketing group chat, so we can also help you over there. So thank you, everyone. Have a lovely evening, and love to you all.